I need the setting.
Oh, you wait till I say that out there.
Oh, you're going to call me out on that one?
Of course I'm going to call you on it. Damn right I'm going to call you on it.
She is ruthless also.
I'm ruthless. Anyway, the camera right there. Well, Reggie is my guest today, and of course we're still in 2017, but barely are we still in 2017. I hope you all had a fabulous Christmas day, which obviously was yesterday. I had a wonderful time. I was up at Red Rock with my daughter, and we actually, if this is the first time I've ever done this, I went to a movie and then went to dinner. I've never gone to a movie on Christmas Day, so this kind of was a first. Hey, nice. This is Reggie. Now, Reggie, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Ian?
I'm doing great. Now, you're a comedian.
Yes, ma'am.
And I asked him, I said, don't forget, you've got to tell a few jokes and everything. He said, well, I don't know if I can do that. And I said, well, hang on a second. Hey, you're a comedian. You should be, a comedian should be on the spot.
Really?
All the time.
Really?
Well, because you never know what your audience is.
That's what
so you've got to play. Your audience is your playground.
That is true.
You've come out to play. You've come out to play ball.
You'll be my audience today.
I'm your audience today, so we're going to let it all hang out.
Right,
but first things first. How was Christmas?
Christmas was good. It was pretty mellow this year.
It was mellow for a lot of it. Even mine was mellow.
I am in Vegas by myself right now, so my family.
I don't think he's going to be long by himself.
Wasn't in the area, but it was good to relax, take the day off,
and just see what everybody else does.
See that my family abroad in Washington, and I want to say hi to my grandsons Copeland and Hawthorne. Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you had a beautiful day yesterday with your mom, Jordan, and my son, and Reggie, and my other daughter, Bailey, and my mom.
And your mom. Don't forget mom.
In Phoenix. So everybody was
person.
good. They all looked like they had a beautiful day, and that made me happy.
There you go. Yeah. I don't normally let anybody know what sort of show it is, because normally I don't say Christmas, I don't say Thanksgiving, I don't say anything. But this particular show, I don't know, it's the day after. We're down here at the Pepper Mill having a wonderful time.
So she just wanted to depress me. That's all. She just wanted to. She wanted to.
I just want to bring him back to reality.
I was alone on Christmas
he was
this
all
year.
alone on Christmas Day. It's funny though. A lot of people were alone this Christmas that I knew of. I mean, usually in that arena.
It is. That's the one beautiful thing about the comedy community. There's always people that are there for a nice dinner and a gathering for people like us that aren't here with their immediate family. Yeah. So there was some good gatherings yesterday.
There was a lot of jokes flying around.
There was a lot of jokes and a lot of misfits, but still in a good.
Now, Reggie, what made you decide to be a comedian? Because I'm often thinking, you seem like a pretty serious guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they think they're funny, or they hope they're funny, or they get out there and they are funny. I don't know, but how does that work with you?
Well, it's funny because I do know I come off a little bit serious off stage, but I always kind of had it started with sports. You play ball and you score a basket or run a touchdown, people call your name.
I have no idea what he's talking about because I've never had a touchdoune. I've never played ball. I've never gone into the basket. So I don't even know what you're
But I think the entertainment piece just becomes from, you kind of get a kick out of getting your name called and challenge yourself on whatever the sport is. So
is it a challenge?
My sport right now is comedy.
When you put yourself out there, it's a challenge, isn't it?
It's the biggest challenge in the world.
It's such a challenge.
But there's no... for lack of better words, there's no high that can touch it.
No.
I've done a lot of different things, and when you take a room full of strangers and you help them laugh and you help them have a good time, it's a good sense of community, and it's kind of one of the best communities that I believe in.
Have you ever gone out there and stood there and kind of embraced everybody out there and thought to yourself, what happens if they don't laugh at what I'm going to say and do?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Does that cough give you the itty willows in there?
It used to give me more than it does now. I've been at it a few years, but you always wonder if that's going to happen.
Anticipation.
But it does happen though, and you got to take a breath and try to figure it out.
You've got to take a breath and say, okay, so none of you like me.
They didn't like this. We're going to give them this, or ask them what they're looking for, or play a little.
So what arena do you go into in the comedic side of life? Because everybody seems to do something. They either do this, or they do this, or they do Trump.
I'm not a storyboard. I mean, I'm not a one-liner. I'm kind of I've been on this earth a little bit, so I'm not a storyboard person. Just taking real life, making it a little bit funnier or self-deprecating.
So when you're driving along something something funny happens and...
Yeah, I might recall that and try to turn it into a joke, you know, create a premise out of it.
How do you create a joke, though? How do you kind of, without... You know, you're at home when you're looking at stuff. How do you create a joke?
Basically, the format is a setup. So the setup might be like a question to the audience, you know, but you already know what the premise is. So you have a premise.
Yes.
So you have a setup, a twist.
Yeah.
And then a punchline.
So what do you talk about? What is your main thing? Yours is sports, it sounds like.
No. Right now I'm talking about getting a little older. The body's changing.
He had to remind me. Reggie had to remind me.
I think I owed you one on, but we're good.
That's because I talked about his jokes earlier.
You know, money being not as strong as it could be at times, or you know, dating is always a challenge. But
I don't know. I don't date anymore. I've given up on dating.
I understand.
I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting back waiting for them to come to me and see what happens.
I think it gave up on me, but you know, I still.
Yeah, but you're young and good looking. I'm old and kind of, I'm 39 and holding.
Me too. We're doing good.
Well, we're doing good. We put our two dates together. I'm really bad.
Yeah, you know, like. I don't know, you were asking me about, you know, like Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You know, I forget, I'm getting a little older now, and there was a good song on, and my nephew and my son was there, my niece, and a good song came on, and I did a little dance move, you know.
Yes.
And my son was like, whoa. He put his hand by my back, you know, like, whoa, you know, told me to slow down, you know, like I was way off of rhythm, or I was going to throw my back out, right?
This just sounds really
it was kind of cute. It was kind of funny, but it kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Okay, kid, leave me alone.
Because I'm thinking to myself.
Get out of here, kid.
Get out of here, because I'm thinking to myself, boy, if I didn't know how to dance, you wouldn't have got here, nightclub baby. I didn't meet your mom in the dorms, you know. She was cute as hell under that strobe light. So, you know, I just try to take little things where someone jabbed at me and maybe turn it into something. And, you know, you
turn it into a funny something.
You just start adding. So,
do you get a lot of enjoyment out of it? Do you get a lot of fun out of it? Do you enjoy what you're doing?
Oh man, I get a lot of. I produce shows as well, so I have a small production company.
Oh really?
And so that's one of the reasons why I'm here as well. So I get a
we
kick.
got to promote. We're promoting something. Okay,
yeah.
let's
So
promote it, Reggie. Come on, let's get it out there.
There's a trio that I have called Three Layers, and it's me and two other comedians, Jay Devon and Tabloid the comedian. They're both very hardworking, feature headline levels. They're based here. We have a show this Friday.
Where?
In the commercial center right down the hill there at the Sahara Event Center. It's the roller hockey blade arena, so they build a lounge downstairs and upstairs. We're going to help them open up their lounge downstairs this Friday on the 29th. The doors open at 8 o'clock. And
so there's
shows at night.
Three of your comedians.
There's going to be three of us called Three Layers, but I also have a host and I have a guest opener and a guest comedian. So there's going to be six of us.
Awesome.
It's a $10 door, but if people bring up my name, Reggie C.
They get it for free.
They get it half price. Nina, slow down. Nina. Slow down. And so yeah, I want you guys to look out for that, because New Year's falls on Monday, New Year's Day, so a little weird time, so you can kind of be cost effective.
Yes, everyone's getting all these long weekends, and I'm trying to figure out if they had Christmas Day yesterday, and they have to work today, then they have to travel on Christmas Day. It doesn't make sense. None of this used to make sense
just a little bit off.
But that's how life is, you know. It's like you work it out.
You work it out.
I presume they all had today off, so there's not much happening today. Not much
happening today, so we're going to do a little pre-New Year's funk and have a comedy party. And like I said, it's a nice, diverse lineup. Everybody on the lineup is hardworking.
And you're producing all this?
I'm actually helping the Sahara Event Center, so I kind of, they wanted to do a show and they reached out to me, so I kind of called my team and
tell me, is it a lot of who you know in this town and what you know that really gets you these places? You know, gets to watch where you, or is it a manager? You have a manager?
Well, yeah. Well, it is who you know and what you know. You know, and then time, and then in Vegas, you have to be here for a while. So, you know, I've been here about close to 4 years in March, and I've had the opportunity to have some shows through my company, Place to Be Productions. And I'm also a comedian, so I get booked. I help other people get booked, and that kind of helps me out a little bit as far as opening some doors.
You know, I help a lot of people out there.
You gotta be funny.
Yeah, you got to be.
When you do get the shot, you got to go ahead and bring it to the table.
Absolutely, and I love it. I love it. What is the greatest line that you feel that brings everybody to the table? That you can suddenly come out with, I know if I say this, I'm going to get them all clapping and cheering. Do you have anything like that? If you don't, I suggest you get one.
Yeah, Nina, you are killing me today right now. That's
well, no, because if you have a
my
great
saying
line
is,
up-
how's everybody doing today? That usually kind of gets us started.
Well, yeah, but you got to come out there and say, listen, you never guess just what happened to me, and make up something or do something.
You know,
and you get them right away.
You know what's
I'm
funny?
very good at inventing.
What I do on that aspect is, yes, I will listen to the other comics. So I will grab one or two things that they said that I like about the room or whatever, and I never go up and start off just doing a set of comedy.
No.
I definitely try to talk to the audience about something I just heard, something that they felt good about, that they just laughed at, and I'll recall it. You know, be gracious to the comics that were there before me, and then kind of get them going on
I'm
my
thinking
side.
of becoming a comedian because look,
should.
I think I should I should be a comedian. Well, I do come up with some funny lines. In fact, I did have a young lady. I don't know where she is now, but she's kind of vanished, and she wanted me to co-host with her as a comedian, and I said, well, that's a joke in itself. I mean, come on, hello.
Here, you can send me all jokes that you don't want.
Like I said, all jokes I don't want.
You don't want to use.
This guy's a go-getter. Now, Nick, you have a question?
Yes. What were your influences on comedians?
Wow. You know what? I always feel bad when people ask me that question because I was never like.
So now
someone
we've made him feel
who was-
really,
yeah,
really
I was
bad.
never. But we'll say this. Richard Pryor, Chris Rock, Seinfeld. Believe it or not, Whoopi Goldberg, when I was a kid, she used to
she was
really,
funny.
really.
Whoopi was
I would
great.
say, believe it or not, as a man, I'm still going to say Whoopi was probably one of that made me, even as a kid, go, you know what, I think I would want to do that one day.
Jumping Jack Flash.
There's just too many to name.
Yes, there's a lot.
Richard Jenny, there was,
But I think probably originally you had it within you, and then you elaborated on it.
Yeah, I was always kind of like a class
He was always
clown
the
a
funny-
little bit.
the funny kid, the funny
you know, I
child.
like to laugh and I like to make
By the
people
way,
laugh.
Reggie is originally from England. And
Yeah, I was born in
He
England.
left when he was 2 years old, and I said, how come you lost your accent? I mean, where did your accent come? I mean, come on.
right.
See, I made him laugh.
See,
That's
yeah,
the
she's
idea.
pretty good. I'm getting
See?
ready to
That's
sign her
the
up. Wait,
idea.
four hilarious. Come down and see. She's going to be joining the
I'm
show
gonna be joining you all.
Friday night.
But
We're
I'm
gonna
an
have a
ad-libber.
ball.
I'm an ad-libber. I don't set anything. Like, I've never met Reggie before. I don't know who he is, what he is, anything about it, but I sure know now.
I remember she
She's
said
up
I
all
was
night.
handsome, though. I thought I heard. Did I hear something like that?
I thought it.
Oh, maybe it came from the back. I'm sorry. What was I thinking of?
I don't know what you were thinking of, but anyway, I keep thinking.
Well, you are actually beautiful.
Well, I'll take that.
I'll
Thank
claim
you.
that.
Thank
I'll
you.
just
Thank
say
you.
that.
Thank
You can throw me
I'm
under the
just-
bus, but
I'm
I'll
just
go ahead.
I'm just making him laugh,
claim
though.
that.
You're very handsome. You've
But,
got a great personality. How can anybody reach you out there?
Facebook, my regular name is Reggie Campbell. It says Reggie C, or Reggie C period comedian, or Reggie C period events. And my company's Place with the number 2B Productions Agency LLC.
All right, let's not make it too complicated.
They're all on Facebook.
Reggie C. Go to Reggie C, because otherwise it gets too complicated.
Right.
So we want to
Based
keep
out
it
of
kind
Vegas.
based out of Reggie C.
And you'll
He's a
see,
comedian. Go under the comedian. Nick, am I out, or you got another question?
Another question.
Another question. Okay, go ahead.
If you were to pick a comedian to work with on a big movie feature, who would you pick?
Wow, I'd have to go Jamie Foxx.
He's fabulous.
Just because I think
God,
he
he's
is
great. Well,
he is a
shouldn't
real
do that.
actor, and he comes from a comedic base, and I've just watched him from Living Color to see that transformation. So I think that would be
He's amazing.
one of my number one shots right there for sure.
Yeah.
And he would enjoy working with me.
He would?
I just had to throw that out there.
I personally think he would love to work with you, Reggie. And I think if he has the opportunity and you have the opportunity, do you know what I'm going to say about an opportunity? Go and get it.
You got to go get it. I've had the opportunity to meet some great
Remember
comics,
something in
and
this
we're on the
world,
bubble.
and I don't care what it is. There is nothing that is not reachable. It's only you that put that lovely wall up and say, "Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't." They won't listen to me. They were, that's rubbish.
Like I
Just go
tell
out
people,
there.
I don't dream, I live it. I
There you
do
go.
these shows.
I love that.
They're happening. You know
Yeah,
what I
there
mean?
you
We're
go.
not dreaming, we're living it.
We're not
So,
dreaming, we're living, and of course we're down here at the Pepper Mill. Thank you for
Beautiful
watching.
place.
Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you.
Great guy. Don't forget to check him out. Cool.
Three Hilarious, Friday night, Commercial Center. Look us up on Facebook. It'd
There
be a
you
great
go.
night.
Absolutely wonderful. We'll be right back with another guest.